Because what this journey is about, it's about initiating into your higher self with the frequency and the energy that is true to you, using the terms that speak to your divine spirit. So a priestess is one who goes to death, one who goes to the emotional underworld, and who comes back bearing gifts for the tribe. And when I say death, it might be a near-death experience, but it might be anxiety and stress. It might be childhood trauma. And you go through that journey. It might be, something dramatic like homelessness. And you go through that journey and you come back and you have more wisdom to give the world and teach others. And you, my dear, are here to collapse timelines and move mountains. So take that in. You are here to collapse timelines and move mountains. And Aiden is saying, nature, communion, bridging heaven and earth. That's beautiful, love. Okay, so diving into the term priestess and how this differentiates from the higher self. Higher self is a beautiful concept, and that is welcome in this space too. Priestess is more specifically feminine and more specifically divine feminine. And Ursula is saying, I'm in for collapsing timelines and moving mountains. Woo! Okay, we're going to get that to how that works, love. Yeah, I'm glad you are on board with this journey. So the term priestess is specific, more so than higher self, because it's about divinity in feminine form, divinity in feminine frequency, divinity in feminine energy, and calling that down into your body and your flesh. And on an energetic level, right? That lines up with yoga philosophy. That lines up with what we learn in the energy centers and energy lines and energetics of yoga philosophy. I was distracted because I was getting a DM. If you're on the live stream, I'm going to invite you to not send me DMs during this course, to put the comments on the live stream. Okay, so in yoga philosophy, there are different energy lines, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, but just to mention that there's an energetic and physiological basis for this work. And there's the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumna. And there are 3 different lines of energy, 3 different core lines, and many smaller ones. And one of them is feminine, one of them is masculine, and one of them is neutral. Guess what? The frequency of Shakti, of the divine feminine, goes along that feminine energy line and lights up your life. So what we are working with during this entire course, during all of these specific teachings, is the frequency of Shakti, traveling through your energy lines, traveling through your energy centers, and even traveling through your chakras. And Shakti is an umbrella term for the divine feminine. Okay, I'm going to pause and do some of the comments. Yeah, so Vasile is saying he was a high priestess in another life and reincarnated again as a high priestess, but this time in a male body. Yes, and that completely happens, and it is so valid and it's so beautiful. This work is for those who are men too. When I was putting this together, somebody said, is this for people just with yonis? And I said, no, men can be here. All genders are welcome. I'm going to say that again. All genders are welcome in this temple. What matters is that you identify with her. Yes. And Vasile is saying the path of the priestess is for men and women that have an inner connection to the goddess energy. Yes, correct. That is exactly what it is. How do I want to say this? Something is coming through like a channel. I welcome all that are in service to her. Can you say